There's just certain things that are just, you know.
Yeah, white people.
Nah, you know.
I've never known a black person to own any of this stuff.
Yeah,
no black person. Which one's racist? Why is it racist?
It's a mammy.
So?
It's a mammy, dog. And she got a bag, a sack of stuff, and that's racist.
No, it's historic.
Nah.
It's historic. It's not racist.
And why is old Joe sleeping? Because black man is lazy. This is racist.
This is why they kicked you off Big Brother.
Didn't kick me off Big Brother.
This is really dope. This is really dope.
It's January 21st, 2024, and we are in the Big Brother house. I remember I was so scared, you know, and I wasn't scared of the characters of the environment. I was scared of myself because I'm a really random person and I can do pretty much any random thing. So I just told myself to just get through the first night. Just get through the first night without any trouble. And already on the first night, I had found myself a young, pretty thing to cuddle with. But I remember like constantly telling myself to do things because, you know, when you're just regularly living your life, no one's watching you, so it doesn't matter if you're doing anything. But anyway, fast forward, the week was a drag. It was such a long week. By the time it was Friday and Bravo was taking out the game, it had felt like 2 months. By the time it was Sunday and Miley went out, it felt like another 3 weeks. That whole thing, like the time dilation is so crazy. And as you guys may know, I clashed with a couple of people in my time there. Most notably Yolanda, actually, because we just fought all the time. But I really think it's because, you know, she liked the boy. She liked the boy, and it's okay. She's a very beautiful woman, by the way. I just wasn't ready for that level of drama. Week 1 was Mitch, head of house. Week 2 was Nell, head of house. And she was giving me a tough time because she was under instruction, obviously, to give me a tough time. But I remember just being like, this kid is crazy. Either way, she needs the creative force to drive the wager task. Without the creative force, forget about it. And we had lost that first week. So I was like really upset. And I was like, there's no ways I'm going another week without luxuries. And that was pretty much my mentality from that first week when it came to wages. I was like, I'm not going to starve. Like, I don't care how lazy these people are. I'm going to work. I'm going to get what I want. So into week 2, I'm like in this situationship already in the curb, you know. I got me a little something, you know what I mean? Shout out to you, Larato. And we're kind of like really big characters. And we're getting in a lot of people's faces. They're all getting annoyed. As you guys may know, I was nominated every opportunity up until the day when we came back from the cabin, which was the first time I was not up because I wasn't there, so I wasn't even up for nomination, or eligible for nomination rather. But between that week 1, it was Bravo, Mali, then Sammy went. And then in week 3, McJunior won head of house, and that's the same week we did the talk show, Siamosha Daily, and that was something, guys.
Celebrating their 1-year anniversary, you know, as biggest kids, PG has actually took out his time to go down memory lane. It's actually an interesting one. Let's do this together. Guys, do not forget to do the needful while we dive onto this one from PG. Papaghost was among the persons that made the Siamosha season an interesting one, no doubt. No doubt, okay? So he has gone back to clear some narrative and actually, you know, add some thingy that people need to be clarified about. So I'm starting it off bit by bit, how he started it off on his IG story. Okay, that is where I followed up from, because I remember telling you guys he said he has something to pull down about this 1-year anniversary thingy, and I'm like, I can't wait to see it. So here is it. Let's go. So this first one is him getting to know Lerato Modise. Their ship is one thing we really also look forward to because of they can be so dramatic. They quarrel every Eke market day. So I'll be going with the write-up from PG. He says, this was the bet of Lagos. This woman is a genius, by the way. Also, I was already tired as F from socializing, you know. So this was what he put out here. Okay, he said this was how Legos was bettered. And it feels so good to see that they are still together, because there was a time people were saying, oh, PG and Lerato Modise are no longer together, until I started seeing them, do their shenanigans on the social space. Okay, here where Neo says, I am the HOH. If I say we practice now, we practice now. So PG says, these niggas didn't understand this tax until they decided to listen to me, and we won. Mind you, I have already been labeled a menace. Papaghost, this is pride. It too full his head. And I'm not gonna lie, one of the reign I enjoyed during that season is Neo's reign. Nobody could ever intimidate that girl. That's why I said, amongst the what are they called again, the fake housemates, she was the one I wanted to stay back in that house. Okay, this one was housemates are done with MC Junior and Papaghost on ending fights. Here he says, this night was hectic. Also, they didn't sleep. They came back and we rehearsed. This was the first time someone else was most hated in the house. Really? So who was the someone else that was the most hated? Was it MC Junior? Because PG has always said he is the most hated in the house. So he said this period was the time someone else was the most hated. Okay. And then here was, oh, I love this part, especially the song that Papaghost and this lady Z danced to. He said, one of the many cringe moments I had on the show, but I am glad I got to do it with Z. Guys, I don't know, I would really love the title of that song. I don't know if you guys remember, South Africans, if you remember, please, I would love the title of the song and who sang the song. The Piece of Landing, Piece of Landing. I really, really, really love that song. I had to go screen record the video from PG Story to keep it on my phone, so as to be listening to it whenever I want. Like, I so much that is how much I love the song. So I would really love to know the name, so I would download it directly. Okay. And then here PG also says, Yolanda also, we had just done the magic mic to these girls. By the way, it was really Sinaye and myself idea. Shout out to the gents for going with it. Honestly speaking, this was one of the moments I enjoyed too in that house, when the ladies sat down and then the guys mesmerized them. You guys remember now. And then this funny epic moment, PG shared this one. That is Papaghost. He shared this. He says, the ninja on the freeze challenge, when he has saliva gushing out from his mouth because he was so scared. He was so scared to see the ninja with the marks. And another part I love is when they brought Snake to the house. Makeke's reaction. Oh, I love that. Okay, and then here Papaghost said, this moment was so liberating. I was genuinely ready to go home. Probably the best twist of the entire season. Do you think so? Because you had to return. So this moment was the moment PG and Lerato Modise was asked to leave Big Brother's house, not knowing that Biggie had to go keep them in another room. I'm sure you watched the season and you knew how everything played out. And guess what? They came back. Papaghost shared it and said, and boom, the moment Biggie said, housemate, I have a gift for you. And guess what? It was PG and the wifey, Lerato Modise. The housemates were so surprised. And already they were watching them on screen. You guys remember watching them on screen. In fact, this is just like, it's a recap of the Siyamusha season. When they opened this box, it was PG and Lerato, and then all mouth was open, and then drama continued afterwards, because it was giving, immediately they left, the house looked like so calm. That was a perfect example that they are the people that shake off the house on a natural level. They shake off the house, apart from the shipping thingy, the triangle thingy going on with Mpumi, Liema, and Jared. But when it comes to shaking off the house, I think Lerato and Papaghost were really needed in that house. To the extent, people were like saying, oh, we need to keep those people in the house, so because they are making this house so hot. So here he says, this is when I stepped up my intensity, but I didn't win HOH. Willie was the winner. Yes, I also remember this one. That challenge wasn't an easy one. No. And then here he says, we ate Yolanda's burger. That is Liema, Papaghost, I think with Makeke. They ate it. They really looked for Yolanda's trouble. Oh no. They really, really disturbed that babe. But talking about Yolanda, Papaghost has come to actually clear a narrative about, there was a time it was revealed that Papaghost and Lerato Modise spilled mud water inside Yolanda's box. So he had come to say that they did not do that. that he didn't actually spill any water, that the only thing he has done to Yolanda was the part of, taking, okay, let me read this first off. He says, Lerato threw the dagger and I was livid. This is after having to pack this girl's bags. That, okay, before we get to that Yolanda part, I'll get to read what Papaghost have to say. This part was where Papaghost felt kind of disappointed that Lerato threw dagger at him. He was not feeling bad. He felt so emotional. He was like, hey, has she gone outside and see something different? Are you sure our friendship is going to continue outside? It was that moment I'm like, Papaghost really loved this lady, because even when she left, Papaghost was so unhappy. That was when I knew that the feeling for the two of them was mutual. Like, in as much as people felt like Lerato was the one pushing things because of how Papaghost could react sometimes. But we saw it with our own eyes that the feeling was mutual, okay? And then here he says, the legend of Freak Face. This was easily my favorite moment when PG's sister, the cousin, came to the house, to visit the brother. And I love the advice she gave him. Yeah, and that was also my favorite moments, not Papaghost sister coming, but getting to see the housemate family come to visit them. That is also one of my favorite moments with the Siyamosha housemate. And here, and then Papaghost says, I will shake and I will unshake. If you ever been in primary school, you know what this means. That is what Papaghost said here. And Papaghost, by the way, let Yolanda breathe. You're feeling yourself that you're feeling yourself that Yolanda was stripping for you in that house. You're feeling yourself, say the man had to do this. The man, I beg you. My Yolanda she has moved on, okay? She's actually, she's rolling with Rick Ross right now. She has moved on. Yolanda really, really liked Papaghost. And this is it. Okay, so like I was telling you guys about what Papaghost had to clear, the narrative he had to clear. He says, just to settle this once and for all, I never put water in her bag. The only time I mess with anyone's stuff is when I put sugar in her bed. Either than that, I prefer psychological warfare over physical. So PG said he did not do a thing as that. And then here we have Makeke and PG at it again. This was one of the moments I do not like, because I love the friendship Papaghost and the Makeke has, so. But I love when Makeke had to call a spade, and put PG to order. Okay, here he said, by this point, I had reached my goal. I was already leaving the game behind. I am happy with my run. So this was where he dropped his speech to MC Junior. And you guys know, if you watch the season, you will know that MC Junior and PG, they were like cat and rats. They don't go the same way at all, So he said this was actually when he had to, say his 2 cents to, what's he called, to MC Junior, pour out his heart, final days in Biggie's house, it's giving reunion days where everything sounds sweet. Then it is post-show, everybody will continue with their drama. So that was it with PG and others. And here is the last he said, and that was that. When he was evicted from the house. Yes, at least he stayed to the very last day, and then I think was he the first to get evicted? No, Papaghost was not the first, it was Willie, right? Somebody remind me, please, who left first during the finale of the Siyamosha season? Was it PG? Or I think it was, how many? Okay, we have MC Junior, PG. I think it was PG. It was Papaghost who left first. Yes, Willie was not even there. I think it was Willie there. Someone just remind me who left first, please. And then this is Papaghost. He dropped a poll about the thingy, the images he saw from the beginning of this video. If you watch from the beginning, you would understand. So people voted more that it is racist, right? 51% racist. Okay, and this is Liema, the Siyamosha queen. Nobody would talk about that season without mentioning her. Liema Pansy, 365 days with Liema Pansy from Biggie's house. So she says, happy anniversary to me and my lilies, 21st January. And that was it. Honestly, Liema actually made that show an interesting one. All the Liema fans, this is also me still sending huge shout out to you guys. You guys really stand a team, that season. And I'm sure the people going it through with this season again is Ashley fans. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be dropping it. This is the recap from PG, and it was an interesting one, and I hope you like it. For now, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.